Fine. So in this checkout page, if you see here, we are saying import the ship data. This you can do anywhere. Whenever you see a JSON file, the good part about JavaScript code is you just say that I want to import, this is a variable name from here. So automatically the whole thing will become a JSON object. Now from the ship data, you can say ship data dot first name, ship data dot last name will give you this value. Ship data dot state will give you this. So here, where it is required, I'm not writing that thing directly in the test case. I'll put it in the checkout page where we have said that, okay, get it this. And if you see shipping address, there we are using the whole thing. This is applicable for anywhere when you have JSON. When you create on the fly JSON, let's say before this test case, there is a function you can call to create the JSON. It may be required for API testing, correct? That you want to create some JSON file at runtime using some utility. So create that thing or get that JSON. You can you can put the code like that here. And once you have it in a variable, let's say API data, then you can say API data dot whatever the parameter value and whatever you want to get, right? It's applicable for any JSON value. It's like this. So let's run this checkout page.ts. npx playwright test. What you want to run? Checkout test dot spec.ts in headed mode. So you will see that the data which we have provided, that will go from the JSON file on the checkout page, the shipping address page, basically. Yeah, see here, this is providing that somewhere in Pune, this values from the JSON only. Fine. Now, question is about the environment, how it has understand that I have to take the data from this file because the demo user it has selected while the login. So if you see the code for the login test.spec, what we have done is we said that not this one basically. Yeah, so we are here and say fill email value, then fill password. So if you see this function here, we are saying that click on the name drop down and then select username from drop down. Okay, but this dot username from drop down is coming from the process.env.user. Whenever you want to get it from the environment variable, you will be saying process.env and then property. Okay, so this is the way in the JavaScript how you get the environment values or from the environment file values. So you are storing it here and then you are saying that, hey, my user from dropdown will be this. As of now, it's like hard coded here, but I'm changing it at the constructor level. It's up to you how you want to do it. So that way we are doing it. So when you run in the stage environment, it will be different. I can show you. So for example, how to set the environment? I will say set node underscore env is equals to stage. Okay. And let's do just to check whether it is set or not. node underscore env. It's saying stage. Now you will observe that it will log in through this existing order user. Earlier it was using demo user. While login, you will observe that now it will select existing order user. Same test case. Let me run it. The same test case now. And this one. See, after login, now it will select existing order user. See here, it has selected existing order user. Last time it was selecting for the QA environment demo user. So based on the environment, you can set different data. As of now, we are setting the user only, right? Fine. Going back to the code. So this is about getting the data from the environment variables. This is enabled because in the config, you said that my environment file will be set according to the value which will be provided as node underscore in environment, uh, which you set from the command line. It's like this. So this variable you can send from the command line also when you execute it, or you can set it also. Both things. If you don't want to set, that is also fine. If you want to write some other pattern to use config files for you, it's perfectly fine. You can write that code anywhere. Uh, Maybe you can create different module to get the property file, right? So login test is working in that way. One more thing is once you are logged in, click on login button, which you see here. What we are doing here smartly is once you click on the login button, this one, I am talking about this button. Let's go to bstack demo, log out. Once you select the username and the password and you click on the login, that login button which was there, once you click it, you go to the all product page, correct? So what you can write is you can say, hey, click on this login button. Now try catch in TypeScript. How you can manage is you don't have to write try. Okay, first of all, you can directly say catch. So after this particular code, if there is an error, it will catch it and you are printing that error. If there is an error, it will print it. It's like this. At the same time saying logger dot error, that will go to the logger file, throw error, and hold on. If things will work properly, we want to pass the information that okay, the login button is clicked. It's like this. Fine. Then here, what I'm doing is if there is no return, right? It will not return this thing. Then what we are doing, we are saying, okay, you are now on the product page and return it. So whenever click on login button is clicked, this function is called, you can catch it as all product page object, right? And you can continue from there. So if you see in the example for the checkout test, what we have done, if you will observe, once we click on the login button, I can directly say const all product page object here also. I have not put it, but I can say this is equals to this. Instead of saying creating this is one way, but I can directly say all product page object is equals to login page object dot click on login button, because this is going to return me all product object, right? And then I can continue. Yeah, what is your question, Parisha? You have any query?
Yes, Nitesh. Environment file. Why do we need three file? Like, can't we use the same environment and just change from demo to stage and stage to QA to stage? What is the difference?
Hmm. Um, are you using any framework in your organization as of now?
Um, yes, I was a part of, but now I'm moved to the API testing project. So
Okay.
I have, yeah. So I don't have actually real time.
Okay, no problem. The thing is, it's optional. I'm not saying that you have to create it. Reason is for a stage environment, let's say you have different user and all data is different, correct? The value is different, not the property. It's possible that in a stage environment, you want to pick iPhone 15, but in QA environment, you want to pick iPhone 12 Pro Max because in the QA environment, only this is present. iPhone 12 may be present in QA environment only. It's possible, right? Test because the database is different in different environment.
Okay.
So it's very much possible that when you log in it as a demo user, you may have this. But when you log in as a stage user, your product may be different, which you want to choose. Or all other test data may be different, what you want to proceed further.
I got another
That's why
question.
you can keep more
Yeah.
than four as many environment file. Maybe you may have dev environment also. You may have production environment. So .env .prod you can create. It's like this.
Hmm.
Optional. If you want to keep it, keep it. If you don't want to use with the environment files, it's fine.
Also, Nitesh,
Okay.
in real time, when we like, I'm now, I have nearly done the framework for API testing in C Sharp.NET, Playwright.NET, C Sharp X Unit project. And test data should be like we have to use the fake data, or shall we use the data from the database? Like they haven't given us the database yet because nobody's allowed to use the database. So if we test it with a fake data, is it okay?
Yeah, why not? So any data is a fake data also. So for example, even if you give the fixed data, it doesn't matter,
Yes.
right? So this is also fake data for the system where you are testing,
Yeah.
right? Whether I'll pick it, I make it fixed or variable, the values. It's
Yeah.
anyways a fake data for the system, correct?
But when we
So,
create a fake data, will it store in their CRM, like their database?
oh no, it's not about whether it will be stored or not. Fake data means you want to generate at the runtime. That's it. You don't want to put it static. Here, I will when I execute this test case, every time it will put this data for my shipping address. But let's say I want to keep it different, dynamic,
Dynamic
right?
data, yes.
That's what I will show you right now is now here if you see, let me skip now the first test case and we will run this. Now in this, if you see what we are doing, we are saying that, okay, do the same thing till this point. Fill shipping address from faker data. I have created this function. If you go to this function, here I'm saying faker dot person dot first name, faker dot person dot last name. So these will come from the faker API. Okay. This will come from this. We don't know what it will be at. It will not be fixed. So here, if you see, I have used faker.company.catchphrase for the address just randomly to show that there are other objects also. Faker dot location country, it will take it every time some different value. Zip
Yes, but
code.
it will store somewhere. Like you send the data and you all the products you send the data. Will it store somewhere in database or not?
Which database?
Your product, you doing
Why?
checkout page.
Obviously, it will store. Why not? See, this is a kind of string you are passing.
Yes.
So obviously, it will store. No, it's not like that. It is just till this point. It's like sending the string. So even if I'll hard code, like in the double quote, I put something, it is going to store in your database, correct? If there is a provision to store in your application. Okay. So let's run this now. Again, this time you will observe that where it has gone. Let me set it again because I don't want to set stage as of now because I have put all the things based on the QA environment. So let's run it again. npx playwright test. You will see that this time um, the data will be not that Nitesh and all at the shipping. You will observe that it is different. Every time it will pick some random data, which is coming from the Faker API. It's free to use. That's why we see here some first name, last name, reverse engineering, reciprocal, something has come and it's done. Let's run it again. You will see some other things now. Let's run it. This time, observe that the shipping address will be something different. The first name, last name, and all. See here, the termine, Quidson, something has come done. Great. So this is how we are using the faker data. Generally for API testing, it is bit different. It's not like straightforward saying that do this thing. For the API testing, if you are doing payload, right, you
Yes.
create the
Yes.
JSON. So
Yes.
you have to pick the JSON, not like this. You create it, you will create the JSON on the fly if you want to do. Okay.
Yes.
So read about that thing here where they have mentioned that this one, it's a good example. They are saying, okay, you want to create a user, make a function, create random user, and that will return the whole JSON where
Hmm.
you are saying, hey, I want UUID, username, some email, password. So this will be like, um, this will create as an object. Okay. One by one, all these things. And then you can say user is equals to faker dot helper dot this multiple. It's up to you. It's optional. Then say create random user and this is also optional. Just keep count one. So this user will be one JSON, which will be this. Okay. It's like this. And then you use it. So when you want to use it, then you will be saying this import wherever you want to use it. And this one, Anyone, one of these. So they have examples related to this. They have their GitHub. So you have to bit research about it. There are thousands of people who are using it to the faker, and people are using it. There are documents if you want to use it in Cypress, how you will use it. They have also provided that thing. Fine. Fine. There are some test cases also they have provided that, okay, you want to write some test cases, and I think somewhere they will provide that, okay, you want to use it, you can use it in this way. Some complex thing, but you can go through this. Fine. Now, in our framework, logger part is done, environment is done, test data is done, faker data is done, code gen. Let's see the code gen part now in the next session here.